Hi there, this is Plus Health Company's tutorial on how an apple can improve your core stability. So we often will associate higher level, hot, warming, sort of hard exercises as being the ones that are most useful for our body, and they do have their part to play. But underneath the bigger, more superficial muscles that we can see and feel are muscles that support on a deeper level, and these are the muscles we commonly associate with our core stability. So if the muscles that sit nearer to the surface of the skin become overworked, tense, tight, whatever you might like to refer to them as being, it can often be an indication that things are a little bit out of balance, and it may be that some of the deeper layers of the muscles are not quite as active as they ought to be. So your challenge is to be able to do 3 little exercises with the apple still in place at the end of it. Now any apple will do, but the more knobbly it is, the more challenging it is. So when you're ready, come into your rest position and then just a little abdominal curl to position your apple at the top of your knee. Now obviously you will do this challenge for each side and notice if there are any differences, but starting through one side, just check your setup, make sure you're evenly weighted through the back of the head, the lower rib cage, the pelvis and the feet hip distance apart. Now when you next breathe out, think about your center. So think about that gentle, sustained lower abdominal pelvic floor support. Maintain that as you continue to breathe. And when you're next aware of yourself breathing out, slide the heel of the leg that does not have the apple on it, for obvious reasons, away into one leg stretch, and then bend the knee and return it back in line with the hip and the shoulder. So as you're breathing out, glide the heel out as though you're making a groove in the sand on a beautiful white beach. And then breathing in to return your way back in. Try that 3 or 4 times. And this linear type of movement can be a challenge, but not quite so much as the next one, which challenges your rotary control. So keeping that apple hopefully still in place. As you move to bent knee float, breathing out, float the knee outwards to the side, resting onto the little toe and the outer border of your heel, and then breathing in, return the knee inwards, bring the big toe back to stick onto the floor or the mat, and as you breathe out, go for the next one. You're working all the time to keep good support and control through the still leg, the one with the apple, as much as you are through the moving side. And if you're rotating at your pelvis, if you're not keeping your buttocks evenly rooted to the spot, if you're not drawing on the stability control offered from the leg through to the hip and pelvis, then you will possibly be losing that apple. So this is called a closed chain rotary exercise. Now the next one is an open chain exercise. So we're going to float the leg into tabletop, and here it becomes just that little bit more challenging, folks. So imagine as a paintbrush on the top of the knee and start to make circles on the ceiling. So keep a continuous flow to your breath and be aware, of course, that you're keeping a stillness through the supporting leg. You're trying only to use the amount of energy and work that you need through the muscles and not more than you need. Try 2 or 3 circles in one direction, and then hopefully working back the other way, you can make the circle as large or as small as you're able to control it. Now the larger the circle, the more indicative of control. So you may find that you're just starting with small little circles initially, and then you can start to increase that size as your stability control increases. Now all being well, your apple is still in place, and if it is, good job, well done. That's indicative of having a good starting point in terms of pelvic stability and hip control. You're using muscles in your tummy, through your inner thigh, through your gluteal muscles, into the legs, all the way through to the foot. So everything needs to be working in harmony to be able to achieve those little challenges. So can you do it? That's the challenge. Do get in touch, let me know how you get on, and we can increase challenges to stability in other ways with our other tutorials. So from me, Jen Redfern at Plus Health Company, thank you, and until next time, take care. Bye for now.